welcome back to another episode. So, I just watched the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants Part 1. And, to be honest, the first time I watched it, I didn't really like it, to be honest. But 14 years after it came out, I watched it like maybe 6 months later. That was when I was in that wonderful stage of buying things on demand. Or buying movies on demand that just came out. Not that long ago. And, that's kind of how I watched most of the movies that were around that time frame. Was mostly buying movies on demand, and I would get in trouble for it, but that's besides the point. But it was to be honest, let me just say, I'm kind of glad I gave it a second chance, because I realized that the movie, The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, it's Part 1, was all about stepping out of your comfort zone, dealing with issues that you weren't expecting, like having a new mother, or your father or your mother getting remarried to somebody else, which happens. Having your world views that were so closed off from people around you and people you didn't expect to open your eyes, like with illness or whatever it could be. And then the stepping out of your comfort zone, which would be like falling in love for the first time, and or finding that special someone that you could say, hey, I love you too, or I love you, or whatever it could be. And then, or it could be, running away from your feelings, which I'm pretty sure we all have done that in some way, shape, or form. But no, it was kind of good to give the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants a second chance, because I think I know why I didn't like it the first time. One, I was in a very, very, very weird place at that time. I was 9, a movie lover, and fighting with my best friend. And dealing with having mental problems and just I was in a very, very, very weird place at that frame. And to be honest, it was interesting the second time around. Now, yes, I know there's a second one, which I will get to soon, but, the message was good. It was simple. It had a lot of heart. And it got its point across. Even though the demographic that it was towards was like preteen to like teen age girls. But now that I think about it, and now that I watched it and gave it a second try, 14 years in the making, by the way, not a bad movie. Really well done, and a lot of the scenes hold up really, really well. And I have rope burn, by the way, on my finger. So if you're wondering what that is, it's just rope burn. But anyways, yeah, not a bad movie. Pretty well done. The characters are pretty good. The acting is impressive. And to be honest, if you didn't like it the first time, I say give it a second shot. Because the more you give something a second shot or another chance, you can learn something that you didn't realize at first, And now that you're somewhat older, or if you're older than the last movie you saw at that when you were in a weird mental, spiritual place or whatever, give it another shot. Trust me, I gave the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants a second shot, and I kind of like it. So, yeah, what's the worst thing that can actually happen if you give a movie another shot, another chance? I mean, it may have been bad the first time around. It may still be bad the second time around. But you will never know unless you give it another shot, another chance, And, it's done pretty well for itself. It still holds up. And yeah, still holds up pretty well. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys so far. I will do the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. It's part 2. Maybe later on in the day. maybe a couple hours from now. Who knows? But anyways, that's all I have for you guys so far. Please like, share, subscribe, and have a good day. Bye.